different baby daddy. Get a different husband. Get a different man. Get a new one. Everybody replaceable.
Now, I want to push this back at you and ask this question, Tamera, as the woman on this show. I say all the time that women in our generation go into marriage with 1 foot in, 1 foot out mentality.
Like I was just going to hit on that. Yep.
Go ahead. It seems that they always have the end in mind. Yep. As they're getting into marriage. What do you think?
Yep. That was going to be my next point, actually. Like, you're already talking about it going wrong before it actually even goes wrong. Or the assumption is that it's going to go wrong. And to your point, where the people that have been married multiple times, like, it's just like you're so used to a marriage ending. It ain't nothing for you to get married and then get a divorce. That ain't how you're supposed to be thinking, right? It almost kind of warps your ideology of what marriage is supposed to be, because it was so easy for you to get out of those first, several marriages that you had. I feel like because you're doing it so often, you're almost losing the respect, the honor, that comes with that. And you kind of demean it based on how you're treating it. Like, it's not supposed to be something that marriage was not made for you to be sitting here and be married multiple times. Like, you should, after the second one, just be single. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, because you're ruining it. You're ruining it when I feel like people just constantly try to, they treat it like dating. And let me tell you, I feel like women who do that remember those little mean girl Christians, that post I was talking about? That's what it's given. You're using Christianity as a cloak. You're using a Christianity, like you're getting married because you want to have sex. You're not doing it for godly purposes. You're doing it to look right in the eyes of man and not necessarily in the eyes of God, in my opinion. I feel like women tend to do that because, well, why would you press to get married just to turn around and be fine with getting a divorce? That's what's mind-boggling to me. Like, why would you even push a man to marry you if you're okay with getting a divorce, period? I understand the inevitable happens sometimes, and there are some times where, a divorce is, warranted. But like you said, if you got 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in already, I feel like that's a marriage that's destined to fail. And you're supposed to look at your partner as somebody that you can't live without. Right. To a certain degree. I'm not saying that you have to be you should be interdependent, but you should have that appreciation, of them. They complete you. There's a reason why he says, God says you become one, because when you're without that person, this is why you have to heal, because y'all